Hi and welcome back to the Beehive. Hope this finds you all well. Sorry in advance, this is Queen Bee Julie that is going to have a rant. What is going on with this country? It's a bloody disgrace. We have half the country that haven't got a clue what's going on. They're not interested in what's going on. But it will catch up with them soon. Then they'll be sorry that they were too busy to give half an hour a week of their time to try and see what's going on. You know, ask yourself, why are bills so high? Why are wages getting lower? Why is infrastructure falling apart? No, because it's just too much trouble to take a bit of time to ask these sort of questions. Then you have the part of the country that listen to mainstream media. Well, you can't really blame them, because mainstream media is meant to be honest and report the news in a fair manner. But we all know that they've all been bought by the powers that be. So the people that work for the mainstream media obviously have no moral compass, because if you can be bought at the expense of your country and the general public, then as far as I'm concerned, you are a bloody disgrace. And bin face, it's making a mockery out of our democracy. The politicians, all of them, they've got their heads so far up their own arses, if they sneeze they'll wet themselves. They're not interested in the country. It's all about power, money and egos with them. And I've always voted, because I've been the sort of person that's always said, well, if you don't vote, you can't complain. Or if you don't vote, there'll be no change. But to be quite honest, not one of them deserves my vote. And then you have the weather. My God, when I was little, we used to have really hot summers and really cold winters. The whole country didn't fall apart. I remember walking home from school, legs chapped and snow up to my knees. But I think a lot of this is scaremongering. It's to do with net zero. It's about making money, because the sun is getting closer and closer, and it's getting hotter and hotter. It's nature. It's a natural occurrence. Why do you think we had the Ice Age, etc.? Self-serving, greedy people with no morals or no principles. What a sad state of affairs. Then you have the kids. You know, our parents used to say, if you were in trouble, go and ask a policeman. Now we have to tell the kids, well, actually, it's not safe to go and ask a policeman, because not all of them, but some of them are totally corrupt, and they use their power against the public to their own advantage. The Islamic police department, like the Muslim police department, the Jewish police department, what's that all about? This is England. Peel didn't create the police, false at the time, because they were a force to be reckoned with. People looked up to them. People respected them. Now they're a bloody service. It is an absolute disgrace. What's next on my list? Sorry about this. And then we have kids. Not all kids, but a lot of kids being brought up with no respect, no values, no manners. And why do they do what they like? Why do adults do what they like? Because there's no punishment. The punishment is weak. Time should mean hard time. No PlayStations in your cell. No, treats if you've been good. You should be doing hard labour. The punishment should always fit the crime. And the criminals know they're going to get away with it. They outnumber the police about 7-1. No respect. Another absolute disgrace. Then you have the invasion of the country. We're a bloody island. We don't have land borders, so it should be really easy to protect the country. But no, we have the politicians, we have the elites, the big corporations. Yeah, we probably have the criminal gangs. But this is orchestrated. There is no way it's not. And what's it all for? Power and votes. No moral compass at all, because you are basically trafficking people. You're a bloody disgrace. And can you really blame all these illegals flooding into the country, getting everything for free? Of course they're going to come. We're a bloody joke. And then they don't share the same culture as us. I mean, sorry, I have to read this part. In 2000, there was 8,593 grapes. Then we come to 2025. 74,700 grapes. So you telling me that suddenly all the British men have decided to go around graping? No, I don't think so. It's obvious what's happening. It's different cultures that are coming over here that have no respect for women or children. They don't align with our ways. And the reason why they do it is because they know they can get away with it. Because of bloody DEI. Well, that's not fair, is it? Because a lot of these people are getting jobs that they can't actually do. then they look stupid when they can't do it. And yes, we did have racism back in the 70s, and it wasn't very nice, and it needed to be addressed. But we've gone so far the other way. These institutions are actually racist against their own people. The English. It's our homeland. And they're also making it bad for the immigrants that came over here and they fitted into our culture. They contributed and they respected our ways. Racism is on the increase because of how the people are being treated. Also, you do have half, I would say, of people using it to their advantage. Oh, it's because of my skin colour. No, our institution should be able to stand up, and members of the public, like I do. I don't care what religion you are, what skin colour you are. Everyone should be treated the same. It's as simple as that. It's not difficult to understand, is it? And then, what else do we have? Sorry, it's a bit dark. Islam. Now, we all know the difference between Muslims. They follow a religion. Islam is an ideology. But you know, decent Muslims that maybe practice the good parts of the religion and want to integrate, and they contribute, and they don't mind our flag, and they get along with other religions. They break the rules because a lot of them drink, gamble. They don't believe in child marriages. No problem. But Islam is a problem. They believe in marrying kids. They believe in treating women with such disrespect as basically playthings for their own amusement or slaves. Covering them all up from head to toe with just their eyes showing. Nobody likes that. Nobody should have a face covering. And to be quite honest, they only need to cover their hair. So all this covering their faces and that, it needs to be banned. It's wrong. Islam doesn't believe in getting on with any other religion. They think that they're the hierarchy and they need to be right at the top. They even want a law passed so we can't criticise their culture or criticise their A and M, because I don't want the channel taken down, but I would say it. You know, I don't see other religions going and booming people for their God, or for a bloke that lived hundreds of years ago, and not a very nice one at that. It's just wrong. Islam is a problem. Yes, we had the IRA. And, you know, nobody agreed with that. Innocent people. But Islam seemed to love doing it. And we are having all these fighting age men coming over. When there's enough of them, their warlords in other countries will give the word and they'll all rise up. But we're not allowed to defend ourselves, are we? We're not allowed to carry any weapons. You have to let people in your towns. You have to let them break into your houses and your homes before the police will do anything. They won't try to stop the crime. They'll act after the crime is committed, and after time they don't do anything anyway. But you're not allowed to defend yourself, because what's reasonable when someone's running around saying Alan Snack Bar, trying to decapitate people, you know, stabby. No, Islam needs to go. It's an ideology that does not fit in with the West. End of story. So I'm trying to see what else is on my list. Oh, and the do-gooders. Let's get on to the do-gooders, shall we? All illegals welcome here. Refugees welcome here. Hold on. These people are coming from countries where there is no war. Yeah, they may live in mud huts, and that's unfortunate. But there's no war. They're coming here because they know they're going to get free housing at the taxpayer's expense, free clothes, because these sports shops and that make a lot of money. They've got big contracts with the Home Office. People like Serco are going around buying up all the properties, so there's none left for us to buy, to rent them out to the migrants. Now, immigration, yeah, we want the best pick of the bunch, and we want real refugees, because those real refugees are waiting to come here legally. They're being left behind. It's a total disgrace. So the do-gooders say, yeah, they're all welcome here. Labour MPs, yeah, they're all welcome here. The baby boomers, the middle class, white, mainly women, but some men, yeah, they're all welcome here. The kids, because they've all been indoctrinated, yeah, they're all welcome here, until it's into their towns. Oh, then they've got a problem with it. Well, hold on, you said they're all welcome here. What, you mean as long as it doesn't affect you? As long as it's not in your areas? Bloody hypocrites, the lot of you. So now I suppose you're getting a taste of your own medicine, aren't you? Because they are coming to your towns and you don't like it. And that's unfair on the people that are speaking up and don't agree with it. We've even got Labour MPs now that's saying that we're not allowing enough refugees over here. Oh, but now it's in our area, it's a different story. And then stupid Andy Burnham. Oh, well, it's not fair to just put them in the working class areas. We've got to put them in the more affluent areas. That's fair. He's kept quiet that the rents are a lot higher in these areas and it's going to cost the taxpayer more. Do you know, these elites, they may have been privately educated, they may have letters after their names, but they have no common sense at all, and they are morally bankrupt. And it's about time that more people of this country stood up and spoke out. Sorry. I am no racist, and I've got the receipts. I've just got principles, morals, and common sense. So your name calling has no effect on me, because do you know what? The people I love and the people I choose to surround myself with know who I am. They understand what my morals and principles are like, and they understand me as a person. And they're the only people I care about. I don't care what some random thinks. Yeah, everyone likes to be liked, but they can think what they like. Because I care about children, all children and their future. I care about the ones that gave the ultimate sacrifice for our country. I want them to be looking down, proud of what we've become, not absolutely heartbroken and think we're a total disgrace. So, I don't know what you think. It's frustrating. These fires everywhere. Now, are some of them being set on deliberately? Some are by stupid kids that know they get away with it because there's not a lot of punishment. Some are accidental, but I think some of them may be being set deliberately so they can push this net zero on us. Make the people frightened and then they will comply. Well, as I said, I'm no racist. I've got the receipts. I don't care what colour your skin is, what religion you are. I'll treat you as you treat me. But I will stand up. Right is right and wrong is wrong. And I am not going to change my morals or my principles or my standards because some arseholes tell me to. So the name calling don't work anymore. And it really is about time that people really started looking at the bigger picture, giving their right brains a wobble and sorting themselves out. Because we are in a deep mess. And if we don't do something about it now, that's it. So, if you agree with me, please put your comments. It'd be interesting to see what you think. Please like and share and subscribe and hit the bell. And as I say, it's okay for you to agree or disagree with anyone. But do you know what? It's how you word it, how you go about it, that shows what sort of person you are. So we have a little bit of decorum. Yes, some of my language was colourful, shall we say. But let's have a little bit of decorum. So bye for now.